Our next honoree is Dawn Hollingsworth of Dark Horse Lightworks, and she will be introduced by Monica Luz-Lobo.
Put your hand right there.
You? Okay. Yes, I am the one that will say a few words about Dawn Hollingsworth, and this was written in the stars. I will read because I don't want to miss a word. The impressive dedication and hard work on behalf of our community is tangible and well known for everyone here. What you probably don't know is how Dawn Hollingsworth has touched and inspired me and my career. I had the honor to work with Dawn on the Saga Gameworks store in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil in 1998. At that time, Dawn was the Hollingsworth of Moody Ravitz Hollingsworth Lighting Design. I was her local lighting designer support, and her generous, inspirational, and engaging way of working taught me a lot. I remember when I was at time to focus and adjust the accent lights, she sent me a comprehensive guide on how to use color gels. And at the end, she said, "Have fun," and I really did. When she traveled to Brazil for programming and finalizing the work, she had the chance to see one of the lighting design projects our studio completed at the church on Rio. Dawn loved it, and she encouraged me to apply to an IES award. The only reason I did was because she insisted, and a lot. I thought that I had no chance to win the award, but Dawn helped me write the entry and even pay the fee. At that time, the awards didn't accept credit cards. We won the award of excellence. 6 years later, Dawn repeated the mentoring. It was in Oscar Niemeier's church in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. We won an IES Award of Excellence and ILD Award of Merit. I tell you these stories not because of my work, but because this exemplifies the way Dawn's give to the community. Her impact on my career and life is not unique. There are many others with similar stories. In a long career like Dawn's, this is possibly one of the greatest achievements, not to be recognized just for the brilliant work she has created, but by how much she has inspired and given back to her community. Thank you, Dawn, for being this generous and special person you are. Congrats on this very well-deserved award.
Very nice.
Well, it was really good work, and it deserved the awards. So I'm very happy that I could play a part in that. And you got to be a little careful about asking an old woman to speak, because I have a lot of stories to tell, but I will try to be Charles Stone brief. I have to tell you all, I'm kind of shocked by this. I want to express my gratitude to Randy Reed, the Edison Report, to the judges, Donnie and Ann and Nancy. Thank you so much for this honor. I also have to thank Ashley Robbins, who formerly of the ILD. This kind of really came out of the blue for me. Like Teal, I want to acknowledge my parents. They really did set an example that education and service to others were vital components to leading a meaningful life. Of course, they paid for a state school. And they were just pretty distraught over my decision to major in theater. But they ultimately realized this was probably best since my temperament wasn't really suited to the law. I always feared that I would end up in contempt of court for something and be in jail. So theater was a perfect vehicle for me, and I was really motivated by the collaboration, and that's the thing that I have found in even architectural lighting. I love the collaboration, and I have loved collaborating with many of you over the years, and I hope to continue to collaborate with many of you. And it is always such a joy to get to work on projects with many of you and throughout the years. And that was such a kismet moment that we had in terms of our meeting, and it was just incredible. And we've been going since 1998 as friends. But if you can imagine, in following Mark Rausch as president of the IALD Education Trust, Mark had jumped out of an airplane to raise money. Okay, so how do you follow that? And then, my phone rings. This is like 2012, and then my phone rings and it's Chip. Now I got to tell you guys, Chip never calls me. Okay, so it's like my phone rings and it's Chip, and he's telling me, okay, the ILD Education Trust has to find some money to kickstart the Rocky Mountain Lighting Academy, and I'm like, okay. And you don't say, no, Chip, I can't really do that, right? So I had to figure out something. So, Mark had done a really big thing, and he raised a lot of really big money. And I just decided that I couldn't go big, so I went small. And that night at the ILD Awards dinner, I asked the entire room to understand what it's like to pay for college now. Because when I went to state school, it was $15 a credit hour. Okay, that tells you how old I am a little bit. Okay, and so it's just the cost of education has become so daunting for so many, and so I equated it to the fact that we ended up buying pizza every night because we were up late and studying, and so I asked everyone to kick in the amount of a pizza, and everyone. So I'd gone out and I bought these pizza boxes, and the pizza guy at the local pizza place thought I was crazy. I just wanted the boxes. I said, no, I just want the boxes. Here's $10, give me 5 boxes. So I took the boxes, and that night, and those of you who were there, and I know some of you were there, that night we raised $8,000 selling pizza. And there was no pizza in the box, it was just $20 bills. But, we were able to kickstart the Rocky Mountain Lighting Academy, and with the help of the IES. And so that was really a big thing that I'm very, very proud of. And so I continue to be really passionate about lighting education. And I want you to continue to find it in your hearts and your wallets to continue to support the ILD Education Trust. Please continue to support the Knuckles Fund because the work that they're doing is really, really vital. And also, I ask you I want you to learn a little bit more about the Landscape Lighting Institute, the International Landscape Lighting Institute. This is the organization that Jan Moyer founded, and I'm now serving on the board of directors for that. I guess I'm a professional volunteer. But I've really been enriched by all of you. I see Dave and Chip and Stephen and all of you that I've worked with and that over the years, and that I am just really, really grateful that I've served on these committees and the boards. You've all been mentors and teachers and friends. And I've been a part of some amazing design teams that have created groundbreaking projects, but it's just not my projects that are really what I wanted to talk about tonight. I'm grateful to the IES and the ILD for making me a better lighting designer, and along the way, a better person. But I am super humbled by this, and I'm humbled by inclusion in this class. And I want to finally thank my best collaborator, my wife, Paula, who for 34 years, anybody could stand me for 34 years deserves the medal. Okay, but I just need you all to know that when I volunteered, she volunteered. And when I served, she served. So I love you, and I love you all.
That was great. Let's give one more round of applause for teamwork. Teamwork, baby.